welcome to Slim Simulations. My name's Farmer Slim. This is part 1 of the rebuilding of the oil production plant. Currently we have a rubber, plastics and fuel factory there to the left, and we have 2 power stations making around 5,300 megawatts of power. The flat platform at the back that you can just see in the distance there is to consolidate all that into one big building and up the power production from 5,300 to over 16,000 megawatts of power, but using less oil, using alternate recipes. The inspiration for the power plant came from I'm Kibbit's video. He has a great channel, you should check him out. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. Currently we have 2 power plants that are using 600 oil per minute, producing 5,300. With the new power station it will use 300 per minute but produce 3 times as much power. And then once we've built the power station, we're going to move the plastics, rubber and fuel plant into the same building with the spare space that we have left. Fingers crossed. So without further ado, let's get on with it. The first job that we need to do is we need to build 5 water extractors, because we need 600 meters cubed per minute of water. So that's them in. Let's pipe them up. I will be, during the building process, I will be speeding the footage up just to cut down on the video time. Right, those are piped in now, so what we're going to do, we're going to place a wall, just a place marker for the outside of the building, because once you've put a pipe in place going through the wall, you can't actually put a wall in there, so we'll just put a place marker in. Connect that up. Next we need 10 packaging machines, because what we're going to do is this 600 water coming from the 5 extractors, we're going to package that up into packaged water. So we need 10 packaging machines, because they take 60 water per minute and 60 empty canisters per minute. Get the 10 packages in. Then we need some conveyors for them, so we'll put a row of smart splitters in, because I'm using an overflow system. I'll show you a bit once we've got the smart splitters in. I'll be programming them later. I'll show you how we program them. Connect them all up with a Mark 5 belt. The inflow will be 600 a minute. A Mark 5 belt can take 780 a minute, so we've got plenty of capacity. That's all them connected up. So what we need to do now is we need to program the smart splitters. So on the right output we will set that to none, the center output we will set that to overflow, and the left output we will set that to empty canisters. So now we program the smart splitter, and at the end of the row we put a large storage container. This is where we'll start the process off. But once the whole power plant is up and running, it will just recycle the packages through. We won't have to make any more. with the belt. So that's the input for the empty containers sorted now. So let's start piping this up. So we'll put a cross junction in there so that we can split the 600 per minute water two ways, 300 either way, so that it balances out across all 10 machines. That's all them connected up. Just check with this wall to see whether it's encroaching. That's fine. Just delete the pipes at the end just to make it neaten it all up. So that's all the inputs for those 10 packaging machines. Just double checking I've got all my pipe work right. We just set the packaging machines telling them what program to do. So we just need to set these, all these 10 of these to package water. There we go, all set to package water. So now we need to set up the conveyor system for the output, which takes the bottled water away. So what we're using mergers. I'm stacking 3 on top of each other because we're going to use a conveyor elevator to raise the conveyor belt up, so we've got room underneath. We just delete the ones from underneath. Connect them up now with the Mark 5 belt. Right, that's the output conveyor lining. What I'm doing just to make for aesthetics, I'm just putting these conveyor poles underneath, so it doesn't look like the mergers are just floating in thin air with no support. Right, next we're on to the refineries. We need 10 of these. These are going to take the crude oil in and produce heavy oil residue. We just connect the pipework up for these. So in here we will have 300 cubic meters of crude oil per minute coming in. So now we just set the refineries to the right recipe. It's an alternate recipe for heavy oil residue. That gives us 400 cubic meters per minute of heavy oil residue, and it also has a byproduct of 200 polymer resin for the 10 machines. Polymer resin, we have no use for it at the moment, but at a later date we will use that because there's no point wasting. Right, that's it for part 1. In part 2 we will continue the build. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you very soon for part 2. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.